What a bounce back win for the Bulls to snap their 4-game losing streak. Not only did they come out and beat this Cavs team, which isn't a typical Cavs team that we're used to seeing. Like, this is a good team this year that was on a 5-game winning streak. They were only 1.5 games behind the Bulls before tonight's game. But that aside, in playing a good Cavs team, the Bulls did it while being shorthanded without Zach Lavine and Lonzo Ball. And that aside, also Javonte Green and Derrick Jones Jr. The energy was there, the hustle was there, the guys picked and clawed and wanted to win this game. And of course, it sure helped that they had one of their main glue guys back in Alex Caruso. Even though it was limited minutes and his shot wasn't necessarily falling, it's all those intangibles and everything he can do on the defensive end, picking up that intensity, especially against a big Cavs team size-wise. The Bulls now improve to 28-15, regaining, I should say, that number 1 spot in the East after briefly losing it to the Miami Heat. And now we'll look to Friday, where they will be taking on Giannis and the Milwaukee Bucks. So what's going on, everyone? You are listening to Bulls Central here. Hope you're all doing well. This was the type of game that we needed to see, because the concerning part of the last 4-game losing streak, aside from the game against the Celtics, was the lack of effort on the part of the Chicago Bulls. They didn't seem to want it more than their opponent. They were giving up on plays, falling asleep on defense. Guys were looking frustrated, and they didn't seem to look like they were enjoying themselves out on the court and having fun, which was something we got so used to seeing from the Bulls this season. And to see that suddenly drop, starting with that game against Brooklyn, and then obviously Derrick Jones Jr. gets injured, Zach Lavine gets injured, Lonzo Ball gets injured. It's unsettling as a fan to see that quick shift in momentum and demeanor change. But tonight, it was like we were back to seeing the old Bulls again, who, despite going against a team that towered over them in size, weren't affected by that at all. And it's because you had other guys step up massively while the team is shorthanded, particularly from guys like Dosunmu and Coby White. And we finally got a good, solid game from Nikola Vucevic, who we knew was going to be tested tonight going against the big Cavs team, but showed out very well. And you know what? I'm actually going to start with Vucevic, because look, Vuce, yes, we still need to see consistency out of him. We still need him to work on his outside shooting. Like, even his outside shooting and mid-range shots were completely off tonight. But time and time again, I've been saying on the channel, Vucevic is the X factor of this team. He's the Bulls' third option, but he's a pivotal third option, and he showed up well tonight going against Jarrett Allen. He was being aggressive in the post, using his size to post up and get in the restricted area, which he was great at tonight. He was aggressive in boxing guys out to crash the boards. His head was up, finding the open man outside for a kick out. Like, I know Bulls fans have been harping on Vucevic recently, even myself included, especially in their last game against the Grizzlies, but tonight he puts up 24 points on 11 for 21 shooting, 12 rebounds and 3 assists, and although his 3-point shooting was pretty bad tonight, he did have a huge 3 with less than a minute to go that really sealed the deal for the Bulls. But as great as Vucevic was, how can you not like, yet again, Ayo and Coby showing out and stepping into the starting lineup like they have been starters all season long? Ayo, the efficiency on this kid, 7 for 8 shooting, 3 for 4 from the 3. He finishes with 18 points and 8 assists, a near double-double yet again after posting back-to-back double-doubles in the last 2 games. But again, for Ayo, it's also the defensive hustle and intensity that limited a guy like Darius Garland, who has been the Cavs' best player, to go 1 for 6 from 3. Ayo had yet again 2 steals tonight and only 1 turnover. Speaking of defense, how about Coby White on the defensive end tonight? 4 steals. 4 steals for Coby White. Look, ever since I made a video a few weeks back about Coby, and whether he's been on the trading block because of how poorly he was playing, he has literally since stepped up and played well in every game since then. I kid you not. Probably one of the worst age videos I've had on the channel. But the thing that impresses me the most about Coby is how effective he is playing off screens. He's moving to the basket with confidence and showing explosiveness while doing so. That is not something we saw very much from Coby last season. Tonight, he finished the game with 16 points on 5 for 11 shooting. He only took 2 threes tonight. The guy was even getting it done and not having to rely on his outside game. 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and again, the 4 steals. Coby was also plus 15 on the night in box plus minus. And of course, DeRozan. DeMar, for the first time in a few games, finally started to look a little more like his old self, a little more engaged, didn't look fatigued. Those mid-range jumpers and drives to the basket were finally starting to fall in again. He finished the game with 30 points, Came up in the clutch in the fourth quarter as always. He was 14 for 24 from the field. Hasn't been shooting as well from the low free throw line recently. Not sure what's going on about that, but he also had 7 assists tonight, keeping those assist numbers up that he's been able to do in recent games. DeRozan's defense, though, I mean, there was a good portion of the night where he was guarding Markkanen, and Lowry had a pretty strong night on offense, scoring 28 points on 9 for 14 shooting and 5 for 9 from 3. But whatever, a win is a win, and I will take it. And then, of course, Alex Caruso. His first game back after missing 13 straight games. Didn't start off the game too well. He was missing wide open looks, couldn't get things to go when driving to the basket, but where he was effective on the court was on the defensive end, specifically at the point of attack defense, which he does best. Get this, Caruso, who only had 9 points, shot 2 for 8 from the floor, he had a team high in box plus minus at plus 18, higher than DeRozan, Vucevic, Ayo, and Coby. It was also good to see Tony Bradley being aggressive and giving some minutes off the bench. We need his size and power down low against teams like the Cavs. Troy Brown Jr. also solid off the bench. And then how about Matt Thomas making some big plays on offense? Can't say the same about his defense. To be honest, his defense has just straight up been horrendous. But he had a big 3 in the fourth quarter out in the corner, and that was after a bad turnover that definitely got me hyped. I don't know about you guys. All in all, though, tonight the Bulls shot very well. Their shot selection was much better. Their ball movement also considerably better. They had 25 assists as a team. They shot 55% from the field and 46% from 3. And they actually took care of the ball on this one, only having 9 turnovers in total. They didn't have a single turnover in the second quarter, which was their best quarter where they really started to go on a run and outscored the Cavs 34-20. The Bulls also started guarding the perimeter better and only allowing the Cavs to shoot 33% from 3. Again, helps when you have a guy like Caruso back in the lineup. But anyway, a big win for the Bulls. We really needed this win. Would have been tough for me to come on here and do a post-game video after 5 straight losses, but on to an even bigger test now going against the Milwaukee Bucks. I'll have a video out tomorrow, guys. It's going to be a little different, so I hope you guys like it, so be on the lookout for that. Until then, as always, be sure to subscribe if you're a Bulls fan, as I do post daily Bulls content. Thanks again for tuning in, guys, and I will catch you in the next one.